The water around Little St. James is a surreal turquoise, shimmering under the relentless Caribbean sun. From above, the island seems to float in a dream, its edges blurred by the dazzling light and endless sea. From afar, it looks like paradise, a 72-acre jewel in the U.S. Virgin Islands, ringed by coral reefs and swaying palms. The kind of place people imagine when they dream of escape, luxury, and peace. But paradise here was built on secrets and darkness. The closer you get, the more the illusion cracks, revealing a place where beauty masks something deeply unsettling. Locals called it Pedophile Island, whispering about private planes and young girls who seemed lost. The island's reputation grew, shrouded in rumors and fear as the world looked away. Stories drifted across the water, rumors of desperate escapes, of a place that held its breath. Some said you could feel the unease in the air, as if the island itself was trying to warn those who came too close. The island's manicured lawns and bizarre architecture hid a sinister purpose. A blue and white striped building with a golden dome loomed over the island, a monument to unchecked power and secrecy. Every path and building was part of a stage for horrors the world is only beginning to comprehend. Behind closed doors, lives were changed forever, and innocence was stolen in the shadows. Today, the island is quiet, sold to a billionaire hoping to erase its past. But some stains never wash away, and the silence feels heavy, as if the land itself remembers. The whispers remain, carried on the breeze, of powerful men, shattered lives, and secrets never told. The stories linger, refusing to be forgotten, echoing through the empty halls and deserted beaches. The sun still shines, but it can't warm the cold heart of Little St. James. Its beauty is a mask, unable to hide the truth beneath. It stands as a symbol of unanswered questions and a sickness infecting the highest echelons of society. The island's beauty is forever tainted by what happened in its shadows, a haunting reminder that some places can never truly be cleansed. Jeffrey Epstein didn't come from old money or legacy. He simply appeared, as if conjured from thin air. One day he was a Brooklyn math teacher, living a modest life. The next he was a financier with a private jet and a mysterious fortune, moving in circles far above his humble beginnings. He talked his way into Bear Stearns, quickly rising through the ranks but left under suspicion. His exit as shadowy as his arrival. Soon after, he launched a secretive firm no one could explain, operating behind closed doors. His wealth was a black box. No one knew where it came from or how it multiplied so quickly. He claimed to manage billionaire fortunes, but the details were always vague, the clients unnamed, the transactions shrouded in secrecy. Epstein moved among presidents, princes, and tech moguls, attending exclusive parties and forging connections, his origins a mystery even to those closest to him. This enigma was his greatest weapon, drawing powerful men who craved his access, his influence, and perhaps his secrets. He was a master of perception, selling himself as a misunderstood genius, always one step ahead of those who tried to pin him down. The truth was far more predatory, his finances opaque, his power built on secrets, manipulation, and the careful cultivation of fear. Was he a mastermind, a broker of blackmail, or something else entirely? The lines blurred, and the answers remained elusive. His wealth bought silence, loyalty, and impunity, allowing him to operate above the law and beyond suspicion. Epstein was a man from nowhere, building his kingdom in the dark, leaving behind only questions and shadows. In Epstein's world, access was the true currency. His private jet, the Lolita Express, ferried the global elite, politicians, tech moguls, royalty. Flight logs and a black book revealed a hidden network, names that sent shockwaves through society. Many names remain redacted, protected by legal secrecy. The island was a bubble where the rules didn't apply, a playground for the powerful. Air traffic controllers saw Epstein arrive with disturbingly young girls. Staff spoke of strict silence, guests came and went, their reputations untouched. The question isn't just who visited, but what did they know? Did they look away? The logs and book are clues, not answers, symbols of a two-tiered justice system. The guests lent legitimacy, but their silence enabled darkness. The island's allure was its secrecy, and its greatest crime was complicity. The truth about what happened there remains buried. The guest list is a map of power and of secrets. Behind Epstein stood Ghislaine Maxwell, his partner, recruiter, and enforcer. With her social pedigree, she opened doors Epstein never could. Maxwell was the gatekeeper, the one who found and groomed victims. She used her charm to gain trust, masking exploitation as opportunity. Survivors say she made the initial contact, calmed fears, and delivered girls to Epstein. She managed households, organized parties, and curated guest lists. Maxwell instructed girls on how to behave, ensuring the machinery of abuse ran smoothly. Her role was integral. Without her, the network might not have flourished. Her conviction for sex trafficking confirmed her as a predator, not a pawn. She enjoyed the lifestyle, the power, the access. Maxwell was the architect of deception, building the bridge of trust that led so many to ruin. Sometimes monsters smile from across the dinner table. On August 10, 2019, Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his New York jail cell. The news sent shockwaves around the world, igniting a firestorm of controversy and speculation. Officially, it was suicide by hanging, but the public was skeptical. Many questioned the circumstances surrounding his death. The man who held the secrets of the powerful was silenced forever. His death left many unanswered questions. Security cameras failed, guards fell asleep, and Epstein was taken off suicide watch days before. These lapses were seen as more than just coincidences. The details didn't add up, fueling suspicion and conspiracy theories. People began to wonder if there was a cover-up. Epstein didn't kill himself became a viral slogan, reflecting deep distrust. The phrase echoed across social media and public protests. His death meant he'd never face trial, never name names, never answer for his crimes. Justice, it seemed, would remain elusive. The fallout was immediate, but investigations led nowhere. The truth remained buried. The key to the conspiracy was gone, leaving a void filled with speculation. The unanswered questions only grew. Whether by incompetence or design, the system failed. The failures were too many to ignore. The man at the center of the web was gone. His absence left a gaping hole in the narrative. The powerful figures in his orbit remained untouched. They continued their lives shrouded in mystery. Epstein's death was a final, dark twist in a saga already filled with them. It was a story that seemed stranger than fiction. The secrets died with him, or so it seems. The truth, perhaps, will never be fully known. Epstein's Black Book was a physical artifact of his power, a directory of the untouchables. When pages were unsealed, they offered a glimpse into a world of politicians, royalty, and billionaires. The documents raised more questions than answers, often ambiguous and incomplete. The most damning details remain hidden in thousands of unreleased files. Calls for full disclosure have grown, but the government refuses to declassify the materials. The secrecy fuels suspicion of a cover-up to protect the powerful. The Black Book is more than a list. It's a symbol of a promise unfulfilled. The real story lies in what's still protected. The system's greatest secret is its ability to keep the truth locked away. The iceberg remains mostly submerged. Was Epstein a mastermind or a marionette for even greater powers? Some believe he was an intelligence asset, gathering blackmail on the elite. The island may have been a honey trap, ensnaring politicians and business leaders. His unexplained wealth and connections lend credibility to the theory. He collected people, not just for pleasure, but for leverage. Was he funded by intelligence agencies, protected as a deniable operative? Or was he simply a singular predator enabled by a corrupt system? His death leaves us wondering, was he in control or was he controlled? The mastermind is gone, but the game may still be in play. The truth remains elusive. Years later, the loudest sound in the Epstein case is silence. Silence from the powerful whose names appear in logs and books, but never face scrutiny. Silence from agencies holding thousands of sealed documents. Justice has been elusive. Maxwell is in prison, settlements paid, but the network remains. No prominent client has been charged. The system that enabled Epstein endures. The silence is its shield. The tragedy deepened in April 2025, when Virginia Giuffre, a leading accuser, died by suicide. Her death is a devastating blow, a reminder of the toll on survivors. While the powerful remain protected, victims pay the price. The silence creates a vacuum where truth should be, fueling conspiracy and eroding trust. The Epstein saga exposed a world where the rules are different for the wealthy. The silence isn't the end, it's suppression. The story remains unfinished, the core mystery untouched. The story of Epstein and his island isn't over. It's a modern myth, a dark fairy tale with real victims. Little St. James is set to become a luxury resort, but the ghosts will remain. The island stands as a monument to moral sickness, where wealth bought impunity. We're left with fragments, unanswered questions, and a justice system that failed. The truth feels close, yet always out of reach, hidden behind legal walls. The saga has scarred the public psyche, confirming our worst fears about power. The names in the Black Book are symbols of a system that protects its own. The story ends where it began, with an island of whispers and a void of answers. The waves wash away footprints, but not the stain of their deeds. Justice is missing, secrets remain, and the public